Hello and welcome to Top Tier Magic, your source for the top decks, the top players, and the top Magic strategies. Episode 4, Modern Mania and Standard Shakeups. Top Tier Magic is brought to you by PureMTGO.com and MTGOTraders.com. Check out my column on Fridays at these sites. In its beginning stages, Top Tier Magic is open to all reputable sites like these for hosting. We've got a jam-packed episode this week, and the Magic world is on fire. We'll go over the Modern announcement, this week's biggest tournaments, and of course, the question of the week. This week, Wizards surprised us all with the announcement that Pro Tour Philadelphia has been changed from Extended to Modern, which will be recognized as an official format. While we have no other confirmations on this subject, I believe it is safe to say that WotC is abandoning Extended entirely for Modern. With this announcement came a new extensive ban list for Modern. The following list are the cards banned in Modern: Ancestral Visions, Bitter Blossom, Chrome Mox, Dark Depths, Dread Return, Glimpse of Nature, Golgari Grave Troll, Hypergenesis, Jace the Mind Sculptor, Mental Misstep, Sensei's Divining Top, Skull Clamp, Stoneforge Mystic, Umezawa's Jitte, Valakut the Molten Pinnacle, Ancient Den, Great Furnace, Seat of the Synod, Tree of Tales, Vault of Whispers. Look forward to Modern as early as August 24th on MTGO, and check out their release events, as seen below. So one of the biggest tournaments of the year was held this weekend with the TCG Players 75K Championship event. Todd Anderson took down the event with Caw-Blade, beating Valakut in the finals and securing a hefty 20K for himself. The top 8 is fairly diverse, a trend that we will see throughout this weekend. In Richmond, Star City Games hosted another standard tournament, this time with Pat Cox taking down the event with Valakut, defeating Heroblade in the finals. This top 8 had only 3 Caw-Blade lists, and a few decks we haven't seen before. The following day in Legacy was won by Show and Tell, piloted by Eric Mnuchism. Patrick Cox makes back-to-back top 8s by finishing well in day 2. Let's move to the most surprising top 8s of the week, the first being German Nationals. Take a second to soak in this top 8. This is a Caw-Blade format. This looks like a red deck wins format to me. Mono Red takes down 4 of the top 8 slots and wins the whole event with Helge Nelson piloting it. On to Spanish Nationals, and again the format looks completely different. Only one Caw-Blade breaches the top 8 here, and it's not even the traditional version. The top 8 was dominated by Splinter Twin, and in the hands of Joel Calafell, it defeated Tempered Steel in the finals. Our first deck spotlight of the week is the deck that brought its user 20K. Todd Anderson's Caw-Blade is a new shift on this grizzled archetype, picking up 2 spicy 1-ofs and Phantasmal Image and Sun Titan, who have some great interactions in the deck. Phantasmal Images do a lot in standard for Caw-Blade, from copying your opponent's turn 2 Hawk, or copying opposing Titan or Sphinx, or being returned by your own Sun Titan, copying said Sun Titan, and getting another trigger. 27 lands has become the standard for Caw-Blade again due to the fact that it has 6-man lands and 4 tectonic edges, while we see Oblivion Ring returning to the main board of this deck. Our next deck spotlight is Valakut by Tim Landale. In a world dominated by Caw-Blade, Landale has decided to alter his main deck to prepare. Use of Summoning Trap over Green Sun Zenith means his deck is less consistent at threatening Primeval early, but more explosive against Mana Leak and Flash Freeze. He also plays 4 Inferno Titans to augment his game against creature strategies. Note that Valakut is still playing Nature's Claim main board as a foil to Swords, Pods, and Splinter Twin. Our final deck spotlight is Red Deck Wins by Helge Nelson. A trend you will see in modern red decks is the fact that they are dismissing pure speed for consistently powerful damage. Cards like Chandra's Phoenix, Hero of Oxid Ridge, and Kargan Dragonlord tend to work well against timely reinforcements. Mono Red's power is not to be denied. So looking at the standard results over this week, we need to remember a few points. Firstly, the 75K is probably the most relevant results of the weekend, due to the fact that most of the regular SCG Open grinders were at this event. The Nationals top 8s are also influenced by the fact that they are a mixed format of constructed and limited. So these caveats aside, standard is starting to look more and more diverse each week. Many decks did well that did not top 8, like Brian Kibler's Bladebreaker red-green aggro deck and Kyle Sanchez's Rug Twin and Mill deck. We have an interesting format to finish out the season for sure. Today's podcast spotlight is a personal favorite. Top 8 Magic is recorded on the streets of New York by two of the greatest personas in Magic, Michael Flores and Bride David Marshall. If you are looking for a well-edited podcast, this isn't the show for you. But what it lacks for in audio clarity, it more than makes up for in information and humor. Catch their show on their site top8magic.com or on mtgcast.com. So last week, the least favorite mechanic in comments was Cascade. This week, we take a look at the modern ban list. What one card would you like to see on or off this ban list the most? Personally, I wish they hadn't banned Jace. He's very good, mind you, but I wouldn't consider him broken at all, especially with threats like Bloodbraid Elf running around Modern. Maybe I'm just being biased, but I love the play trees he creates on the board. Let me know in the comments what you think. Well, let's wrap this puppy up. As always, I'm looking forward to improve this show for you, the viewer, so feedback is needed. Hit that like or dislike button and ship me a comment. Make sure to catch my articles Fridays on Pure MTGO, and I will see you next week.
So I said to him, "That's no tormented soul, that's my wife."